Hey, welcome back to Livin MN Outdoors. I'm Daniel, and thanks for tuning in to this week's fishing report. We really hope you guys had a phenomenal Labor Day weekend and hope you're enjoying this beautiful weather. But with that being said, let's dive right into this week's fishing report. All right, this week we're going to start up on Leech Lake. With that hot weather, the bite did get a little bit tougher, but they are still able to find some walleyes on Leech Lake. Now, as far as where they're finding those fish, shallow weed lines in 5 to 12 feet of water. The best ways to catch them right now is either on a 1/16 or a 1/8 ounce jig tipped with a minnow or half of a night crawler. Now, when pitching jigs for walleyes, it's very important to remember on Leech Lake, you need to put a bunch of distance between your boat and where the fish are located. Make really long casts, work those jigs back slow to the boat, and you're sure to catch some nice walleyes. Now, as far as the perch fishing goes, the perch are starting to be mixed in with those walleyes in that same 5 to 12 feet of water. They're catching them on jigs just like the walleyes, and they're getting some really nice perch out there right now. Now, as far as the musky bite goes, this warm weather really screwed them up. It scattered them, but the majority of the muskies that are being caught right now are in the deep weed lines. Now, the best way to catch those muskies out there is big rubber baits like a Medusa. Rip them through the deep weed lines and then make sure somebody in the boat is throwing a bucktail as well. And hopefully you can get one of those massive Leech Lake muskies to bite. Now, very soon here with the temps cooling off and staying cooler, those muskies are going to push up into shallow structure, wind-blown rock points, shallow rock structures, shallow weed lines where the wind is blowing into. That's where you will be able to find those muskies in the next few weeks. Now, I didn't get a report for panfish, so I don't have anything there. They're still catching a few nice northern pike mixed in. Nobody really specifically targeting them, but if you wanted to, I would assume trolling a big spinner bait, a spoon, or a crankbait would probably put a few northern pike in the boat. Now, if you're looking for a guide trip out on Leech Lake, we highly recommend Leech Lake Guide Team LLC. Whether you're looking for smallmouth, walleyes, muskie, perch, whatever it might be, they have a guide on their team that can definitely help get you on the species of your choice. Now, this fall, they will be offering some jumbo perch guided trips, so if you want to get on them, go ahead, contact Leech Lake Guide Team LLC and get something on the books. Now, if you're looking for a place to stay on Leech Lake, we highly recommend Horseshoe Bay Lodge. They have a beautiful spot there. They got plenty of cabins, hotel rooms, and condos available yet this fall. And start making your reservations for ice fishing because we are roughly 80 to 90 days away. So if you're looking to get up to Leech Lake, go ahead and call Cam or Courtney from Horseshoe Bay Lodge. All right, now moving down to Mille Lacs Lake. The bite on Mille Lacs has been pretty consistent all year, and there is still walleyes to be caught. Now, the fish have started to transition in a little bit shallower. The preferred depth this week has been 20 to 24 feet of water, and the best way to catch those fish is on jointed number 5 shad wraps in perch color. Now, the majority of people are trolling them on lead core and finding a ton of success. Now, some people have been catching them on jigs and minnows. Some people are still using slip bobbers, and out on the deeper mud flats and the deep gravel, they're still pulling bottom bouncers with spinners and having success for both walleyes and big perch. Now, as far as the musky bite out on Mille Lacs, on the north end, the deep weed lines, especially if you can find cabbage, throw glide baits or bucktails. There's still fish out in the basins like there always is going to be on Mille Lacs. If you can locate the schools of tullibees, more than likely you're going to find one of those giants lurking nearby. Now, out deep, throw big rubber baits or troll crankbaits, and that's how they're putting some of them big basin fish topside. Now in the shallow southern bays, they're still picking off a few muskies here and there, fishing them deep weed lines. Now bucktails, glide baits, and jerk baits have been working for those fish. So keep a little bit of everything tied on and maybe you'll get lucky and boat one of those beautiful Mille Lacs Lake muskies. Now if you're looking for a guide out on Mille Lacs Lake, Castles Resort out of Isle Bay, they can hook you up with a guide, whether it's for walleyes, smallmouth, or muskie. They have guides that will take you out for any of those three species, so give them a call and get a guide trip lined up. Now, if you're looking for a place to stay, Castles Resort, they have some beautiful cabins in Isle Bay there. They have plenty of availability yet this fall. They have pontoon rentals, they have a big launch boat. Or if you just want to go out on the launch and watch some fall colors on the trees, you can arrange to do that as well. So if you're looking to get up to Mille Lacs Lake out of the Isle Bay area, go ahead and call Jeff or Kimberly from Castles Resort. Okay, let's move over to Lake Winnie. The walleye bite is a little bit tougher right now, but manageable. As far as how to catch those walleyes, right now it is a trolling game out there, and specifically shoreline trolling. Now over on the east side, they're catching them on the sand flats. On the south end, they're getting them on the deep weed lines. And the depth of choice right now is 10 to 14 feet of water. As far as what to troll, they're trolling shad rap number 5s and 7s. And the best color out there right now is crawfish. Now they're also pulling spinners, and the best spinner right now is pink. Tip that with a fathead or a night crawler and you'll more than likely catch some really nice walleyes and maybe a few bonus jumbo perch. Now the perch bite in Tamarack Bay has really been picking up. The guys are catching those throwing jigs now. They're getting them trolling as well. But the best way to catch those perch as of right now is pitching a jig into the weeds. As far as the bluegill and crappies, those kind of scattered again. They're very elusive, so if you're looking for panfish, right now Winnie is probably not your best option. Now as far as the muskie bite goes, I didn't hear a lot this week. I would assume that they're still fishing Tamarack Point and the sand flats over on the east side. But I can't guarantee that for sure. Now, primarily it has been a bucktail and topwater bite, but you can mix in a jerk bait and a glide bait once in a while as well. Now, if you're looking for a guide trip out on Lake Winnie, we highly recommend Scott from zupsguideservice. He does not have a ton of availability left this open water season, but he is starting to take reservations for his ice castle rentals out there, and they're starting to fill up fairly quick. So if you want to get in on one of his ice castles this winter, go ahead and call Scott and get that on the books as soon as possible. Now, if you're looking for a place to stay up on Lake Winnie, we highly recommend the Pines Resort. They got cabins, RV sites, seasonal sites, bar and restaurant, whatever you need. Chad at the Pines can help arrange that. So if you're looking to get up to the Lake Winnie area, go ahead and call Chad from the Pines Resort. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for this week's fishing report. Really appreciate all of you guys hitting the like button, leaving comments, sharing it out. Without you guys, this would not be possible. So thank you very much. We hope you guys make it out fishing. If you do, you can always send in photos on Facebook or to our email at livinmnoutdoors@gmail.com. But we hope you guys make it out fishing. We wish you a ton of luck. Remember, be kind at the boat ramp. Don't crowd other fishermen. And most importantly, don't forget to get on out there and get living.